As I sit here beside the great river, beneath the endless sky of the steppes, I ponder that question which has troubled so many souls throughout the ages. What happens when we die? Today we will examine the ancient Scythians, a people deeply connected to the land and its mysteries. The very winds that rustle the tall grasses carry with them the whispers of the eternal, and today we listen closely to their calls. The Scythians, those brave people who first trod upon these wide plains, believed in something far greater than mere existence. To them, life and death were not separate, but interconnected parts of a cyclical journey, a passage from one realm to another, like the seasons that endlessly shift. But where do we go then, when our time on this earth has passed? Let us explore this question together as I, an ancient philosopher, well versed in the Scythian ways, seek to unravel the veil of death's mystery. The first thing to understand, soul traveler, is that the Scythians believe the soul does not vanish upon the death of the body. No, the soul is eternal, like the wind that sweeps across the land, and it journeys to a place beyond the reaches of our mortal vision. The ancients have long spoken of a great land to the north, where the souls of the departed dwell. This is the realm of the dead, a place untouched by the toils of our earthly struggles. In this distant land, there is no hunger, no thirst, and no pain. There is only the eternal peace of those who have gone before us. But let us pause for a moment. What does this peace truly mean? Could it be that the souls of the departed find not mere repose, but a deeper understanding of the mysteries of existence? Do they gain wisdom, perhaps? Or is their journey a continuation of their life's purpose? These are questions I, too, have pondered, and answers remain elusive, even to one as learned as I. The Scythians tell us that when a warrior dies, his soul is escorted by spirits known as the Borysthenes, spirits of the river and the winds. They guide him through the great expanse of the earth, across the mountains and rivers, to the place where the souls of the mighty rest. Here, in the land beyond death, the warrior finds his companions, those who fought beside him in battle, those whose names have become legends. What does this tell us about our own lives, I wonder? Does it not suggest that the value of a life is measured not by how long it lasts, but by the strength of our deeds and the honor of our hearts? In many ways, the Scythian afterlife is not so different from our life on earth. They believe that the dead live in a realm that mirrors our own, a world that reflects the natural beauty of the steppes. The rolling hills, the rivers, the wide sky, these are not absent in the afterlife. In fact, it is said that the spirits of the dead continue to ride their horses across the endless plains, forever seeking new horizons. These spirits, it is said, are like the stars that light up the night sky, eternal, distant, but ever present. This continuity, this presence of the familiar in the realm beyond, speaks to the deeply ingrained connection we have with the earth itself. When a warrior dies, his horse is often buried with him, for the steed is not just a companion in life, it is a companion in death as well. The horse, like the soul, must make the journey to the afterlife, carrying the warrior's spirit to his final resting place. Have you ever considered, dear listener, how our earthly possessions might accompany us in the afterlife? Is it possible that the bonds we form in life transcend the physical realm? Our horses, our weapons, even our treasures, they may not be mere objects, but symbols of something greater, something everlasting. Ah, Burial rites, the sacred rituals that mark the transition from life to death. These rites are not performed simply for the sake of tradition. They are, in fact, a vital part of ensuring the smooth passage of the soul to the afterlife. To fail in proper burial would be to deny the departed soul the necessary means to reach its final resting place. The careful preparation of the body, the offerings of food, the placement of the warrior's weapons, all of these serve a purpose greater than we can fully comprehend. Scythians would perform these rites with the utmost reverence, for they understood that the soul's journey must be guided with care. In Scythian culture, they also believe in the idea of feasts for the dead. These are not celebrations of grief, but rather expressions of honor. They would gather together to remember those who have passed, offering them sustenance in the form of food and drink. It is believed that the spirits of the departed partake in these feasts, as they continue to influence our lives from their realm beyond. And so we ask, is death truly an end, or is it merely a transformation? Can the spirits of our ancestors still offer us guidance, even after they have passed into the great beyond? Death, for the Scythian, is not an end, but a transformation. The soul, upon passing, joins the eternal cycle of life and death that governs the universe. Just as the crops die and are reborn each season, so too does the soul undergo a cycle of renewal. The cycle is not linear, it is cyclical, ever turning, like the wheel of the chariot. Consider this. Is it possible that death is not so much a release from suffering, but a return to the source of all things? Do we, in death, return to the very essence of the earth itself? Perhaps in this way, the soul is never truly lost. It is always a part of the great cosmic dance, a movement that transcends time and space. And what of our place in this dance? Are we not, as mortals, mere dancers upon the earth, our steps guided by forces unseen, yet ever present? As the sun sets over the steppe, casting its golden light across the horizon, I am reminded of the mystery that surrounds us. Death, that great unknown, continues to elude our understanding. And yet, for the Scythian, in his rituals, his beliefs, and his way of life, we find a kind of comfort. For the Scythian, death is not to be feared. It is merely the next step in a journey that has no true end. Our souls, like the rivers and winds, are eternal. They travel beyond the mortal world to a land where they can rest in peace, yet never truly be separated from the world they left behind. As we live, so too do we prepare for the moment when we must journey into the unknown. And in this journey, perhaps we find the truest meaning of life, not in the fear of death, but in the wisdom of knowing that death is but a transition, a continuation of the cycle that binds us all to the earth and to one another. So I leave you with this question. Is death truly an end, or is it merely another step in a journey without beginning or end, where the soul continues to grow, evolve, and become part of the eternal rhythm of the universe? The answer, perhaps, lies not in the mystery itself, but in how we live in the shadow of it.